Here we are, day 6 of the Natchez Trace trip. We've had a great time so far. Today is our last day of good weather. It's supposed to rain on day 7. So the route is from Belmont to Waynesboro, and it's 74 miles or so, and most of us, what we did is we left Belmont, rode to the Trace, and then we just rode as many miles as we could because knowing this is our last day, we did as much as we could. So that's kind of the way this worked since we knew it was our last day. I rode 106 miles. So left Belmont and went on this back farm road, got chased by 2 dogs, and then ended up getting out on the main drag. Went to the Trace and then headed up the Trace as far as I could. And at the end of the 105 miles, Bee picked me up and gave me a ride to Waynesboro. So she sagged me in. So we kind of did our own thing today. The group was comfortable riding on the Trace, knew what to expect. We did a hopscotch system with the cars where the lunch car would drive out partway and stop, and then the bag car would pass them with food and water. So one thing about doing over 100 miles, you want to stay hydrated and you want to eat a lot. So even though you're not feeling hungry, you're going to eat every 10 miles or so. So at each car stop, I would pick up food and extra water and Gatorade. And even though I wasn't hungry, I always ate. So I've done 100 miles plenty of times, but this is just how I do it. So eat more than you think and drink more than you think. And we ended up doing a really nice trip. This has had a lot of hills to it today. So I think the overall elevation gain was 4,600 feet or so is what I ended up doing. So if you do this ride, expect it to be a long day. It was very fun. I love climbing, and so this had a few climbs in it and really made it interesting. Here we are at the Belmont Hotel. There's Bee. Hi, Bee! Belmont Hotel, established 1924. Beautiful downtown Belmont. Not a big town, but we did find some decent meals. Waters. The Trail of Tears led groups of Cherokee up the Tennessee River here. The Cherokee are one of 5 southeastern tribes who were relocated to Oklahoma due to the U.S. Indian removal policy of the 1830s. During removal, most Cherokee went by land, but thousands of others traveled aboard barges and steamboats. Diseases bred in cramped, unsanitary conditions raised the misery of those already reeling from the loss of their homes, homeland, and most possessions.
What's new? Same old stuff.
I saw your name. I didn't realize. Does that guy know me?
How do you know my name?
You from Pittsburgh? 63 from Second England, granted the colony of Carolina, all land between 31 and 36 degrees north latitude from the Atlantic Ocean, west in a direct line as far as the South Seas. The separation of North and South Carolina fixed the boundary between them at 35 degrees in 1735. North Carolina is released. We filmed this section the following day. I just want you to see, we did it from the car, so you see kind of where to go to get to Waynesboro. As I said earlier, I continued on and, you know, while the weather was good and rode down the trace. But if you're doing this on, and you want to get to Waynesboro, I wanted to film it so you could see where to go, and this is how you go to Waynesboro. The route to Waynesboro, the way we filmed is on farm roads, and we didn't see any dogs, but it was raining when we filmed this. As an alternate, you can stay on 13, and it's kind of a major road. You put up with traffic, but you won't have any dogs, and it parallels the route here. So it's kind of your call on this. 13 did seem safe enough, but it's up to you. I was really looking forward to riding day 7, but we did not ride it, and we filmed it. But I would like to go back here and finish it up and ride this last bit. It looks like the most fun. Sunday morning, just as the weather predicted, it's pouring down rain. It's been raining like this since 6 this morning, since daylight. So good thing we did what we did yesterday. But I'm going to drive back to the beginning and film the remaining part of the ride from yesterday, and then the beginning of what we would have done today, just so you see how it goes. So anyway, we'll be driving out to film it. Glad we're not riding today. Everybody's had enough miles anyway, so we're golden. Hey, we're at the end of the day. We're end of the race. We've done most of the 440 miles, but it's raining like a son of a bitch, and we didn't ride today. That's our bit. We don't ride when the weather's lousy. We had a great trip. This is an amazing place to ride bikes. Smooth roads, wonderful country. It's just spectacular bicycling. So if you want to come and do the trace, come and do it. I'll show you the way. Peace out. Keep spinning. See you down the road.